Anniversary. It's a world launch. It's the last today's special of the year. Oh yeah, and it's a buy one, gift one, new launch technology. It's our best buy of the day. All right, well, you know, not only Emmy, James Beard Award winner, the amazing Chef Ming Tsai, celebrating his 5th anniversary here at HSN. He is premiering not only the next innovation in induction technology, and as a lot of you know, Ming is really responsible for setting the bar for changing the landscape of how we cook, both in nonstick and in induction burners or ranges. So why not take that concept to a whole new place with what we kind of call a buy one, gift one, or buy one, keep one as his last and final today's special for the year. His breakthrough nonstick that is not only PFOA and PTFE free, which basically means I don't want plastic chemicals sprinkled on my food. I don't want it in my cookware. So, but I also want to be able to use my metal fork. So Chef Ming thought of everything. And most importantly, he's giving you the same kind of cooking technology that professional chefs prefer. Induction top ranges, as a general rule, are usually thousands of dollars, but professional chefs and cooks across America are willing to pay for it because it's fast, it's efficient, it's consistent, it's precise. This is easier to clean. So all we ask you to do is to pick your color of choice. You get this beautiful oversized 12-inch, the Master Grilla. And then of course you get his wonderful brand new world launch release, the next revolution, the next wave of his induction burner. Precise technology. So it's both, guys, for $19.99 on FlexPay. So you choose your purple. Here's our race car, our rich red, which you know we are all obsessed and in love with. This very stately jet black is always a big, big winner if you're not sure which one to go for. Now this is his gorgeous copper. In fact, you know what? Here is probably a better way to see that copper. So this and the purple are the most limited. There, of course, is his induction friendly, that great bottom on that Master Grilla. And then, of course, the white, that everybody loves that white diamond. And, of course, we cannot leave that blue ginger blue out. So we know you want to meet and greet. I know you want to say hi to Chef Ming. He is a force to be reckoned with. The force is with us tonight with his anniversary.
Hello.
Good to see you. Chef, I gotta tell you, you're not messing around. If you're here to party, you're gonna do, we've actually got 2 world launches in this hour.
We do.
Which is cuckoo. Well, 3 if you count the pan. So it's like, all right. You came to play.
Well, you know what, as you know, and for all you out there, you know I love induction cooking. And we just wanted to make it better, simpler to use. And we did it with the Technilon Plus pan combination. And the price is under $100.
For both.
For both. For both. This burner, the first time we introduced it, the smaller version was $100 by itself.
I remember.
So
crazy.
You know, happy 5-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
But this pan I love, right? So I literally put this text on the top of the show. Look at that color, right?
So, I mean, normally you don't get caramelization like that from a nonstick, right?
No, not at all. But that is how you make steaks taste good. You want that crust.
No, you're right.
Right? And it's so important that it's a nice, even distribution.
It is.
But should I just, for those that don't know?
Say, you read my mind, because let's just start with some of the basics.
Let's explain what induction.
Absolutely.
So for those that have never seen induction, so this is completely off. And what I'm going to do is put this, and we'll talk about the new display that we did. We just really made it so simple, and actually just one touch to max sear. Okay. So this is room temperature water.
Right.
And what happens when you turn this switch on? Well, electricity goes through, like you turn on a light switch, the light goes on.
Yes.
Well, when you turn this on, you have copper coils. That produces what's called AC, alternating current, right? So when there's alternating current produced, there's resistance, which actually is friction, which actually bangs all the molecules of this pan together. So it heats basically instantly. So right now, and you'll see in about, I don't know, 10 seconds, you're gonna start seeing little bubbles, and then within 30 seconds, it's gonna be boiling.
Okay,
right?
so when I look at my range, and first of all, it makes me crazy. And by the way, we are Facebooking Live in just a moment, but we also want to hear from you on the air, so get through 100%. And say hi. Wait a minute, am I seeing steam
it's already
already?
Steaming, right? And then the little bulb is going to form, but that's been 10 seconds, right?
10 seconds.
And what I love about it, once it's boiled, I'm going to show the thing I love most about it, is because the glass panel doesn't get hot.
So the pan gets hot.
The pan gets hot.
The burner does not.
The burner does not. And what we've done, you see, we have added this little ridge.
Yeah.
That's just for safety, right? So now pans can't fall off.
Yes.
Right? So if you have kids coming around, they hit a pan especially, so now we're bubbling. So that's actually there. And by the way, any pan that's induction ready. So that's a cast iron pan, any pan that Mag 6 can work.
Oh, sure.
Not just this pan. This pan fits great, but you'll see we actually have other pans to use. So it's already boiling like that.
But you know what? How many of us are frustrated with our stovetop? Because I love to cook. I'm certainly no Chef Ming. I'm always inspired when you're here. But there again,
right? You can touch this, right? This is warm because the glass got heated by the pan.
Yeah.
But no.
Oh, that's brilliant.
No heat to the hand.
No, I mean, so twofold. I mean, I actually had every appliance repair available to man in the last 72 hours, from stove to dishwasher to refrigerator, you name it. But part of the thing that ticked me off about my stovetop is it's high, medium, low. Right. Or sometimes you get like those little bars. What does that mean? This is precise temperature control. Oh, man.
So look at this.
Chef, what do you have
You
going
just said
on?
precise temperature control, 125 degrees. That's warm. That is precise little simmer. So if this was at a party or buffet, or better yet, I'm cooking this for the kids and the wife, and this is going, and then they're not home yet, you put it on simmer, right? But look how, I mean, I can't get it out with tongs. I mean, this is like, it literally falls off the bone.
But isn't that brilliant? I mean, and I will tell you, it's been more than once where I've cooked something on a stovetop and I forgot, and then put some plastic on top of it, and then it's like, oh, what's that perfume that I'm wearing? Oh, burnt plastic.
Burnt plastic.
Nothing sexier, my friends. I'm serious.
But that's a pretty sexy looking.
That's a sexy beast dish right there.
I mean, look at that. And it's so easy because you can do it completely on a stovetop. And by the way, of course, the pan comes with the tempered glass lid with a little bit of hole. So with that, you can still look into and see what's going on, because you don't want stuff to be a rolling boil. So it's all about designing the pan that fits exactly this burner.
So just to play devil's advocate here again, I mean, the reason chefs would love this, I would imagine, is you spend a lot of money on your ingredients.
Yes.
And if you overheat something or underheat something, it really kind of ruins the effect. You know, whether it's
you would ruin these steaks, right?
You'd ruin them.
Oh my God, you spend $15 a steak and you ruin them by not having a properly heated pan.
I know. Here, stop whatever you're doing, because if there's any demonstration that you do that I think really...
Tracy, will you help me?
We can't even afford prop pans.
So this is off, right? So we have the prop pans. So we just put, again, it's so easy. On and max here. So now it immediately goes to the top, which is 500 degrees. Of course, you can still go down by 5-degree increments, right? But one push max sear, and the other push actually goes all the way down to 125 warm. So we're going to go max sear. So right now, with these two thermometers, the pan is already at 100, and right where there is no pan, well, Tracy's 80 degrees. But where your finger is 72 degrees, and that's just the glass. And right where her finger is never going to get hotter than that. The pan is already at 160. Whoa. And it's still at 73, 72, 71. It's almost going down. So now we're at 180. We're going to go to what? Awesome. Let's go to 300 maybe?
Whoa. All right, by the way, Chef Tracy, Chef Eric, hello, how are you two? She's more than just a professional stunt woman on TV. Don't try this at home. If this didn't work, we wouldn't be doing it, because we need to utilize her as the show progresses.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
You know, it would be a bad idea if we didn't know this was going to work.
So now here we're at 270. Like you see, now it's really going down. Now we're at 270. But right where her finger is, it's still at 72, 73, 74 degrees. It just won't heat up.
That's awesome.
So we're at 290.
Awesome.
And then we'll be at 300 in like 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, there's 3 bills right there. Boom, 300. And then we'll just put a piece of cheese there just to show you. So again, the cheese is at 65 degrees. Where there is no cheese and no pan, it's still...
Look, it's bubbling already.
And it's already bubbling.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? And again, the cheese is at 68 degrees. But right here, where the pan is, bubbling away the cheese, it's 300 degrees.
Okay, that's crazy.
Right?
And you know what? Whether you've tried or have been introduced to induction through Chef Ming, I mean, he really helped pioneer or bring it to light for the regular consumer in America. You want these upgrades and these features. Chef, talk to this.
So what we've done here is it's still 1,500 watts of power. It's the most efficient induction burner out there. We've done 76 different temperature settings by 5-degree increments. Very safe. We put it in an automatic shut-off. So if you do walk away, forget, or your phone rings, and it fits this full 12-inch pan that comes with this, with the not only Technilon Plus, which is the best ceramic nonstick coating in the world, it has the lid, so again, you can braise and see everything, and that's beautiful. So important. So basically, it's not just a pan and it's a kitchen concept. It's really it's a
kitchen makeover.
Right. And by the way, if you're in an RV or a boat, you do want these little bumpers too, right?
You do. I mean,
but look, oh my God, look at that.
Oh, come
Very
on.
hot.
Very hot. So,
wow.
So
hey,
of course,
guys, do we have that steamer basket? Is that available?
Sure is. Yes.
You just saw Tracy kind of showing off that steamer insert basket. Now, so wow, I just saw. This is a whole meal, right? So the insert itself is removable, so you can actually use it as kind of an extension panel as well. Why, thank you, Vanna.
You're welcome. I'm here to help.
Call him
You
Vanna.
are here to help.
I serve at the pleasure, Shannon.
Exactly. Does the union know that you're double dipping? You're doing 2 different jobs?
What?
We won't tell.
Don't tell.
All right. So what do you got going on here, Chef?
The point is, this pan, you can start and you can get your potatoes, garlic, your rib going, but of course it goes in the oven.
Of course.
Right? This pan can go up to, this is hotter than your oven, right? It can go up to 800 degrees.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to let that primer just rest, but let me just go ahead and finish my steak sauce. So these two steaks got a great color on them.
Yeah,
so what we're going to do now is just add in the wonderful fat that came off the steak, we're going to add a little garlic and a little bit of shallots. And yes, and by the way, this is a metal fork. You can use metal utensils in this Technilon Plus, right? Don't take a knife to it, but because it's so hard, you can use a metal utensil. And we're going to just deglaze. We're going to make a little pan sauce here.
Okay, so that's that midnight steel that I think has only been presented a couple of times here at HSN. Right. This is a world launch for Chef. And by the way, if you love air frying like I love air frying, you have to stick around to see what Chef is doing for us for his 5-year anniversary. Oh, those steaks look gorgeous.
Right, so we're just going to slice these. All we're going to do is let this wine reduce, and we're going to add a little butter at the end. So here's some good, beautiful looking steak here.
Oh my!
Look at that.
Goodness.
That's perfect. That's a great medium rare.
That is.
Right, and there's
my goodness.
You can't quite hear the crunch, but there's a crunch of the crust, which I love. So we're gonna get a big old steak platter here. But look how good that steak is.
Oh, man. It's a feast for the eyes. Remember, the last time that Chef did anything like this, it was smaller, but this has innovations that, first of all, when we talk about innovative and efficient by design, the world really kind of copycatted and followed you once you really brought induction to us, to real people, because normally just chefs could afford it, basically.
And by the way, it's such an efficient way of cooking. It draws so little electricity from your house, so you don't
heat up the whole house.
It doesn't heat up, right? I mean, especially, down in Florida here, it's still 90 degrees outside. It's crazy.
Okay, so you added red wine and a little butter?
And 4 pots of butter.
Okay.
Now we have just the most delicious steak sauce here.
That smells heavenly,
right?
I gotta tell you. Oh, man.
And this can go right on top of this wonderful
steak. Hey, remember, I know Chef would love to meet and greet you. 5th anniversary world launch. Final today's special for the year. It's less than $20 on your credit card, guys. $99.95, 625140. The purple and the copper are actually the most limited. It really is kind of a buy one, gift one, if you want to think of it that way. Oh, I can hear that crispy.
That was not good. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Oh, look at that medium rare. Love it.
Oh,
and this is just, this is how kings and queens eat.
Exactly. Other girls want the box from Tiffany's. I want the cracked ones.
You want the cracked ones?
I'm not going to lie.
and again, if I was at home, what I would do to present is I would keep the potatoes and I would put it, and I would go back in here. And this is what I would serve, just like that, to everyone, right? You can hear that sizzle, right?
I know. Hey, Ruby in Georgia got the today's special and loves your cookware.
Oh, awesome.
Hi there, Ruby. Meet Chef Ming.
Hey, Ruby.
Hey.
How are you?
I wanted to tell you that about 2 years ago, I think it was, you had the other one off there.
Yep.
Yes.
And I bought the blue one.
Yep.
And I use that every night. I was just telling the operator, that is the best thing that I ever ordered from HSN.
Oh, so sweet.
My husband passed away, and I don't have any children now, and I use it every night, just about it. Matter of fact, tonight I was thinking, well, this thing's going to wear out pretty soon, but it hadn't yet. But this one, but you said this one's a little bit bigger, right?
It's actually, it can hold any pan I've ever done can fit into it, right? But I love it because it has this ridge that protects it from ever falling off, especially if you're cooking on lower tables, have kids around, your grandkids, for example. And the display is even easier by design. It's just so simple. It's just 2 buttons now. You just push on and max sear if you want to go max sear, or you can go right down to 125. And of course, you can see it goes in 5 increments, and it's just so clear.
Nice.
Again, I've always said the best piece of equipment never requires, hopefully, a pamphlet. You should be able to take it out of the box and intuitively know, okay, well, that's on, that's sear, and it works.
It is. Ruby, you are a doll. Thank you so much for sharing the anniversary with us.
Thanks, Ruby.
Actually, you know what, Mark? I don't need to walk over there, but we can just show colors real quick, because the purple and the copper, I mean, they really are things of beauty. Copper, this is quite often the case at midnight. The copper is the #1 seller. Now, that's a little distressing because the copper and the purple are the most limited in terms of availability. The red is always a winner. Black, of course, you can't go wrong. That blue ginger, of course, one of Chef's favorite and famous restaurants. And then, of course, we also have the white diamond. And, I did get them all. Okay, good.
You did get them all.
And then, of course, you get a number of recipes that Chef is doing just for you. I hope you try it, not only because it's tailgating season, whether it's for efficiency, apartment, or dormitory, or tailgating, or glamping, or if you're someone like me, I can tell you any of the appliance repairs that I did in this last week, of which there were many, nothing was less than $400 or $500. Nothing. Yeah. So in the big scheme of things, this is the best cooking bargain on the planet, especially if you're someone like me. It makes me crazy that on my range, I can't tell what temperature it really is. It's like you get either high, medium, low, or those little bars.
It's such a great point. There is no oven or stovetop in your home that you can adjust to 5-degree increments.
None.
And that's so important, especially when you want to go slow, like with pastries and ganache and things. And when you go max sear. So by the way, these sliders, I love this pan because you can get 6 to 8 sliders, no problem. I'm using that lovely beef fat to just sear off some pork chops, right? I mean, why not commingle? Why not commingle?
Yummy.
But just, I added these pork chops, but look at this. Nothing sticks,
there it goes.
right? I mean, everything just slides.
Skating around that pan.
I mean, literally. Right, and that's raw meat that went in.
It is, and remember, don't let Ruby be the only one. Of course, we're Facebooking live, but we'd love to say hi. Oh, no, stop what you're doing. You have to, Chef, describe this, because this is probably one of your most requested demos and how to do it.
So this is I just love doing this beer-battered tempura. Right, you can use any beer you want, and if you don't drink beer, not a problem. You can just use club soda.
And it doesn't matter the type of beer, right?
No, it doesn't. The better the beer, the better the tempura.
So you add beer to what?
So this is just rice flour and AP flour and a little bit of baking soda, and you want to get it to pancake batter consistency, right? Which is what we have right there.
Okay.
Right. And then you can fry anything.
Right.
So we have, because we're fancy here at HSN, lobster tail, we have shrimp, we have scallions, right? And then here, as you can see, again, I love the what do we have this on? 350 degrees.
350.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this is your fryer.
Right.
Right? So now you just need to make sure you hear that.
Look
that
at that
sizzle has to stay at all times. That's how you get flash frying, right? When you can really get a nice golden brown, and you can see anywhere I put it is bubbling.
Can I ask you something? Why doesn't the oil drop? Because normally, you know, when you think about frying the oil, everything drops in temperature.
It does, but as you can see, this is still 350,
so
and you can
still
tell
maintaining
because it's still bubbling, right?
So,
And that's the sign that the oil stays
Can I ask
hot.
you? And again, I'm trying to ask the obvious questions if I were at war, if I were watching at home. So I think of my burner at home. It's like it cycles. You know what I mean? Like it's it's hot. Oh, then you turn it back up. Oh, again, then you turn it back down.
Right.
Do I have to worry about that with this? Like
you
if
don't
I
because of this combo pan and burner.
Right.
The burner with induction technology heats on the bottom, but because it's Technolon Plus, the coating, that helps conduct the heat and maintains the heat, and it actually goes up on the side. You can even see there's bubbling up on the sides, right?
And so that keeps it, you know, where you set it is where you get it.
Exactly.
Basically.
And it'll never go down from there.
Yeah. Oh wow, that was fast,
right?
Chef.
I mean, look how GB and these are, right?
Nice.
There we go.
All right, well, we see you. Remember, the copper is actually the fastest seller. The red is always the most popular. In fact, Cheryl in Washington got that Get Arrested Rich Red. Hi there, Cheryl. Please say happy anniversary to Chef.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Cheryl. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderfully. I'm so excited to see this tonight.
Awesome.
Well, good. Hey, Cheryl, have you been wanting an induction range, or what made you decide to try it?
Well, the thing is that my granddaughter, my youngest granddaughter, is being homeschooled.
Oh.
And, of course, in school they don't teach home ec anymore.
Yeah.
So I have been given the task to try to teach her to cook.
Oh.
But she's scared of the heat.
Sure.
And I know that when you're cooking on here, that the pan will get hot, but she won't. I just think that she won't be so scared because the actual burner itself won't be hot.
You're 100% correct.
Cheryl.
I mean, that's very smart because, I mean, I started cooking when I was 10 years old, and honestly, I did burn myself a couple of times because it was a hot wok, and I didn't have the luxury of induction when I was 10.
I know.
It didn't exist.
I know. And Cheryl, how do we do on the price? Kind of nice that you're getting a pan at the same time too, right?
Yes, and I have a few other things from him.
Nice.
We love you, Cheryl.
I love the square pan.
Oh, well, Cheryl, happy cooking out there in Washington. I have the best memories of cooking with my grandmother. I should have said that. Thank you again, Cheryl. Do you know that Band-Aid's to cover a burn?
Did you?
From cooking. I swear to you.
Not from cooking with me.
Not from cooking with this.
Yeah,
but no. I mean, and that's funny that I didn't think to mention that, but I swear to you, if I took it off, you'd see the trail marks. But she makes an excellent point. Kids want to be with mom. Kids want to be with dad. Kids want to be with grandma in the
100%.
kitchen. And remember, the pan gets hot, your hand does not. So the pan gets hot, your hand does not. So, Chef, I don't know, and I know we'll probably do the demonstration again. The thing that's crazy, so even on a burner that you were frying on, now it'll feel warm to the touch, certainly, right?
Yeah, I mean, this pan is hot, right? Because it eventually got, it was 350 degrees.
Yeah.
But that you can actually touch.
Yeah.
It's only warm because of the pan
because the pan
just heated the glass, right? But if this was a normal burner, a grate, I'd be marked, you hear sizzle.
Again,
right?
Band-Aid.
Yeah, exactly.
Band-Aid. And I still have burnt plastic on a couple of my burners. If anybody has any tips on how to get burnt plastic spice bottles off your ceramic burners when you put them on there when they're on.
Move.
Let me, move.
Just move. All right, so let me show you the genius of this pan. And these are all my Technolon Plus pans, right? So I just put this on max here. Here's some salmon, and this is for people that are trying to wash away it a little bit. No oil. You do not need to add butter or olive oil or grapeseed oil cooking fish because this Technolon Plus is so hard, and you'll see this. The salmon glides like it's a piece of butter.
Yeah. Oh, they do.
Woo.
Yeah. Incidentally,
that was a black pepper, but isn't that unbelievable? Isn't that unbelievable?
Nice, I know, but even my producer, Matt, he said, oh, that's more than a flex pay, honey.
Right, but look at that.
$19.99. I just bought some wild salmon recently, and it's like, gosh, can I pay my mortgage, or can I buy some wild Atlantic salmon? Details, what should I do, right?
And you were making the point earlier about the steak, Shannon.
Yeah.
You pay a lot of money for delicious salmon.
You better believe it.
So the worst is when you put it in a pan and you leave a third of it in it because it's stuck.
Right?
Now it's good. I mean, literally nothing sticks, right? Nothing sticks to this pan.
Brilliant.
So you can cook just like steaming, and I have nothing against steaming, but this has more flavor because you can actually get a little caramelization.
It does. So
and just a little lemon juice just on the asparagus.
Yeah.
So I've added no fat at all.
None.
And this, because we have the great lid, we can take this lid and just put it right on top.
We can.
And then that will cook the asparagus and the salmon.
Nice
and I'm going to flip it and get a nice crispy skin.
Perfect. Well, you mentioned steaming just moments ago, and here you have to pause for a moment and see what Chef is doing. So I can actually stack these in multiple layers.
100%. And you could go 5 high because steam always rises.
Sure.
It can't go anywhere, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So here are some great dim sum, right? Look at that. So you can.
Wow.
And this is a funny statement, but there's hot steam and not so hot steam, right? So this, you can see how hot this steam is, right?
Oh, I gotcha.
So here we have, and this, I would serve it like that.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's so easy to serve that way.
It is. Oh, wait, no, what's that?
And this is just a little banana leaf wrap. Magic. I'm going to open these up for you. So salmon steamed.
Eric, I want to know where you get banana leafs around here.
Asian markets.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I'm going to go then.
There's so many great stuff in the freezer section.
Oh, wow.
And then you can.
One packet would take a
I love
long
banana
way.
leaves because banana leaf actually has.
Ooh, it's very fragrant,
Right,
isn't it?
and you can serve this like that, right?
Beautiful.
Look at that. So you have
what a presentation.
lime and ginger, and you serve it in the banana leaf like this.
Cow.
What a delicious way of eating salmon that is so moist.
I'm going to have to try that.
You want to try it? Can I serve you a little bit?
Oh, I do.
It is
I have to
so
try this.
moist.
Boy, well, if it tastes
And
anywhere,
so delicious.
I'm just
You
going
could
right in for
have the whole fork next time if you like. Isn't that good?
They don't call it finger food for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ooh.
Right? And it imparts the flavor. And then, again, you can stack dim sum on dim sum on dim sum.
You can. Hey, don't forget, and we were just talking about Las Vegas before we got on the air, right, Trace? Chef Trace? I'll tell you what, dim sum is more than flex pay. That salmon is actually getting pretty close to the price of admission as an entree.
So can we just look how beautiful that color is?
Chef.
Again, this salmon was cooked with no fat.
That's
Nothing was added. Even the asparagus get this nice caramelization on it.
So nice.
And because the cover keeps all the heat in, this salmon start to finish is an 8-10 minute dish.
It really does.
That's it.
And remember, no, certainly you're welcome to give the master griller as a gift, but why would you? And it works and partners so beautifully with your today's special. Plus, it looks so great. But remember, just induction technology as a general rule is not inexpensive. And that's why when you brought the platform really and popularized it in America, nobody was doing it.
5 years ago, basically today, in September, when I first did my first induction burner, we talked about the originals, which are 5 times bigger.
Yeah, they are big.
Over $1,000.
Yeah.
They made a horrible sound.
Oh, they did. You're right.
And they did, and they had hot spots. They don't work nearly as efficient as this. And by the way, this is still incredibly light.
It is.
For a pan burner
it is.
combination.
I have to say it's a lot prettier too. Oh, and look at that sizzle. Oh, chef, come on.
Look at that. So now we take our asparagus.
How
you can
fun
see the
is
color.
that?
See the color on those asparagus, right? And then here we'll lay one salmon, show how crispy the skin is. And
that's
one
a thing
show
of beauty right there.
Right, look at that.
That's a thing of beauty.
And then just a little more lemon juice
Finish
on
it
the
with
salmon.
a little lemon. So here's the thing. We see you there, world launch, last today's special for the year for Chef. Of course, innovative by design, efficient by design, setting the bar again in induction technology. Not only is it pretty to look at, and you get 2 pieces, which is fabulous. You spend less than $20 on your credit card, but this is the burner that goes where no other burner will, whether it's glamping or the picnic shelter or tailgating or just, you know, bunko night with the girls or watching the big game on TV. It's so nice because remember, it does, the pan gets hot, your hand does not. So arguably, you could put a kitchen anywhere. So you kind of have to think out of the box. By the way, it doesn't get warm underneath. So if you want to put it on top of a hardwood dining room table, if you want to put it on your granite counter, if you want to put it on a coffee table. I know it sounds kind of crazy to think about putting a burner there, but remember, the technology is such. I love the idea of cooking with your kids and grandkids where that's why professional chefs like it, because it's not only fast, it's even, it's precise, it's easy to clean. There aren't a bunch of buttons and knobs and gizmos and whatsits. It stays at the temperature that you set it at, which is genius for so many reasons. But a couple quick color updates. So the red is now the #1 seller, but it is actually kind of neck and neck with that copper bronze. Now remember, and there again, that's where the color story really comes to light. But remember, you're getting both pieces. The copper, we brought in far fewer of the copper. I do love that purple. You know I'm a red girl, but there's something about that purple that just makes me smile. Then, of course, jet black, if you can't decide. There's his famous blue ginger blue, the imperial blue. And, of course, that white is a showstopper. You get a number of recipes from Ming, which is just a lot of fun. And you get something that really kind of changes how you cook. Because, you know, Chef, when I look at things like this, and I know I'm jumping around, but
no, it's okay.
The chocolate ganache, I would never attempt that on the range that I have now.
Right.
Never.
And why? Because you can't control the temperature in a normal stovetop. You have a gas, it's low, medium, high, or in between. Right. Electric range, you have those concentric circles that take forever to heat up and forever to cool down.
Yes, they do.
So since we're talking about ganache, 125 is the perfect temperature to melt Ganache. Ganache is 2 ingredients, guys. Yeah. It's cream and chocolate.
Cream and chocolate.
You put them in a pan, and you actually don't touch it. You let the cream heat to 125. It melts the chocolate, and you stir it once the chocolate is all melted. But look what we have. And if you have children or grandchildren, this is one of the most fun things in the world to do. And the thing I love about this is you can have kids right here touching all of this.
Yeah.
Because you won't burn yourself.
Isn't that wild?
And by the way, if they do hit it, it's also not going to come off.
Right, like a little bumper guard, if you will.
It is.
But you know what? We're coming into the season where it's sweet season. I still remember my mom microwaving the chocolate chips. They burn on the outside, right? And then she's, stopping it and stirring it and stopping it and stirring it. And then the center is, like hot, and then the outside is, burnt.
This is $20 a really good Calibo 80% cacao chocolate. If you burn it, it'll seize, you have to throw it away.
You do.
If you go too slow, it will seize, you have to throw it away.
You do.
Right? So both are no good. But here, I literally can go away and for 2 hours, it'll still be this perfect consistency.
So Emmy Award winner, James Beard Award winner, plug your ears. Rice Krispie bars, caramel apples.
Yeah, you can do those too. Hey, I have nothing against Rice Krispie.
I like James Beard Award-winning, Emmy-winning chef.
There's nothing against Rice Krispie bars. But while we're on Rice Krispies, can we talk about duck?
Yes, we can.
So, duck I love. Look how much fat has come off this duck. I literally just added these. Look at that color, right?
Nice.
So what I'm doing is now flipping them. But all this duck fat, and this is the best part of this dish, we have these great Yukon Gold potatoes that these were cooked, boiled, and then we smashed them. So these potatoes are actually going to probably taste as good as this duck. But you can tell all this fat has rendered off, and that's the secret. And you can see how crispy this is.
Can I ask you something?
That's the secret of a good duck.
So when you have a skin like that, you do like a little knife cut?
We call scoring. So when you score it, then you can release more of the fat.
Oh, good tip.
Right, when you can see how much fat. But we're going to go medium here. So it's going to take it's a nice thick piece of duck.
Okay.
Another 7 minutes or something.
And I know I apologize for jumping around, but I wasn't kidding when I said I still remember burning chocolate, for the chocolate chip frosting on the peanut butter bars, right? Melting the marshmallows for the Rice Krispie trips, caramel apples, like all the things that we're doing this Halloween and Christmas and entertaining season.
It is your sous chef.
It is your sous chef.
It literally is your sous chef because, and think about, look, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to show up and you have all these buffet meals and you have your chili or your mac and cheese or whatever, but the bar is right there.
Yep.
But you're fighting for stove space because there's 9 people in there for 4 burners.
Yeah.
Well, if you bring this, you plug it, you set it 125, you're at the bar.
You're at the
bar.
I mean,
you
you're
don't need
set. Okay, so, in case you're just tuning in, I'm going to get out of you guys' way.
Okay. Should we do this demo?
Let's do this. So I'd really like everybody to pause to see what you're doing.
So this is off. We're going to put this on max sear.
Okay.
I have 2 thermal guns. They start at the same temp. They're both at, there's a little bit warm from previous, so they're both at 90. Well, that's because we had a pan on this, right? So the pan is already at 120, but where Tracy's finger is, it's hovering at 102. It's going down. Now it's 100. It's going down because actually there's no heat being generated by Tracy's finger. But where this pan is, we're already at 170, and we can go all the way to 400 if you like. But the point is, she is a half of an inch, a quarter of an inch away, and you don't feel heat, right?
Not even any radiating heat.
You feel nothing, right? So here we're already at 216, 220, and again, we're still at this 95, 93. It's not going to go up. If anything, it's going to go down. And we'll go to 300 again. We'll go to 250. Where should we go?
Probably 3 to do the cheese.
All right, do the 3. Sorry, so we get to the cheese here. Oh, wrong. So 260. It's bouncing around. It's going up. It's that 270, 280. All right. Come on, baby.
Are we there? Are we there?
I know. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? How about now?
300. We got there. All right, so now you can see, so the cheese is ice cold, right? Both sides of the cheese are 69, 70 degrees. And you'll see cheese bubbling. It's already bubbling right there. See that?
That is fantastic.
So the cheese is bubbling, but right here is nothing. I mean, this is cold. You can just put your finger there and push hard, but right here, obviously, this cheese is cooking. And usually the cheese would stick to the pan, but again, because it's a ceramic, the cheese falls off.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, and it's safe, it's smart, it's efficient. You know, here's what's so funny. On my burner, like before I put a pan on it, the time that we have left in this presentation is how long I have to preheat the pan for before it even comes close to coming to temperature.
Right.
I'm serious. It's like 3, minutes, and then you put the oil in. Okay, that's 60 seconds. 2 minutes. You really think out of the box, chef, because obviously with your mad skills, you actually help us become better chefs because the products can really make a big difference.
It makes all the difference. I'm all about leveling the playing field. How come us chefs maybe cook better than people at home?
Yeah.
We have better equipment.
Good point. Yeah,
and
of course,
you need 2 things to cook well. You need a good pan and a good heat source.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep.
Right? And look, this is the pork. We added some fennel to this.
Nice. Oh,
and we got
I
the
love
jus,
fennel.
right? Fennel right on top of this pork.
Gorgeous.
A one-pan dish, right? I mean, look at that. And then what's just as cool is cleanup.
Yeah, no kidding.
Which looks like this.
Absolutely.
And that was pork chops. There we go.
Oh,
that's how you clean it up,
nice.
including, and then of course
I was just
nothing.
Going to say, and the cleanup on the induction.
There is no cleanup.
There is no cleanup. I mean, that's the thing that's so cool. So remember, Chef is here for his 5th anniversary. Keep those calls coming. We're Facebooking Live this entire hour. Okay, now we're talking. It's tailgating.
So now we got your mott sticks and your stuffed jalapenos.
It's football.
But again, so easy to do because this is set at 350 and you can walk away. Oil is one of the most dangerous things in the kitchen.
Yeah, it is.
You get oil at a flash point, you can burn your house down, obviously.
No, you can't.
And if your oil's at 175 or 225, you cook this, you're gonna get the most oil-laden, fatty, disgusting fried foods.
You absolutely
Quick frying like this. I mean, look at this tempura. There's not one drop of fat or grease at all. Because it's quick fried and there's no fat. Ditto for these jalapeno poppers and the mozzarella.
Absolutely, but you know, it's much more efficient for so many reasons because not only does it keep things at a precise temperature, then you're not dealing with this vat of oil that you're probably not going to use again for who knows how long.
That's a great point. And we use just an inch of oil.
Right, and just a small
And usually,
margin of
it's
oil.
such a great point, Shannon, because usually you have a stock pot and you put in like 6 inches of oil.
I know.
And you have to do that because if your pan doesn't conduct heat well, you need that much oil to keep it at 350. But because these pan conduct so well and the heat source is so consistent, you only need, everything floats when you fry. So if it's going to float, it doesn't know if it's 5 inches of oil or 1 inch of oil.
I know, it's brilliant. Hey, Matt, can I give a sneak peek of that pan or no? That Chef did the deep frying in? Okay. Because I like to break the rules. I want to show the item number for the pan that you did that deep frying in. Because I'm looking at that. Oh, I love that texture. I love that. I'm telling you. So
you're talking about you want to see the hammered.
I know. Thank you.
The hammered look.
Design. Oh, I'm getting that pan.
Right. I love that.
I'm getting that pan.
It's such.
I'm telling you right now. So, boy, efficient by design, nuts. It's just great looking. All right, $39.95. I don't think we have a ton of those. That's a $7.99 flex pay. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So we have Pewter. I haven't slept for 4 days. You know,
Pewter?
Yes, why thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm making up color names apparently.
Pewter is good. It's going to sell 2 of them.
Also known as Pewter when you talk to your service representative. Ruby red. We also have the gold, that great bronze, and of course the platinum silver. Get that pan. And you know what? Get our today's special. Oh, what do you have going on there,
So
Chef?
here we have just chicken. Really fat pieces of chicken.
Yeah.
So this is, again, where the cover is fantastic. Because it can steam, but you can tell how crispy the skin stays.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
That is good. And, of course, you can always make just the best grilled cheese.
The crowd pleasers.
Right.
We love the crowd pleasers.
And I love the size of this pan because you just have so much room.
You really do.
To just make yourself some deliciousness.
I hear that crunch.
Yeah.
Love that crunch. Hey, a lot of you are asking about that steamer insert, but unfortunately, we don't have a lot of those to go around. So remember that, you know, they always sell out early when you're here, because what happens is a lot of people buy more than one because they like the idea of, oh, I can enlarge it if I'm doing like a big roast in the oven. I can do it, you know, if I'm doing dim sum or a number of different things. You know, even if it's something that's doing hamburgers on the bottom and steaming the buns on top. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Exactly. The bowels, I mean, again, steam rises, you can get 4 levels and it'll still work.
You could, absolutely. All right, more with Chef's Anniversary. Don't go anywhere.
Our Happy Place cleaning products
are made with plant-based ingredients,
which means less chemicals in your house, which will make it a happy place. People think, can it work well?
and it does. We chose plant-based ingredients so you're not breathing in fumes. You're not putting as many chemicals where your kids and your pets are touching them.
There's a lot of great benefits to cleaning with our Happy Place products.
If we can get your home clean, that's what makes your home a happy place.
Most about shopping at HSN.
Do I have to pick just one?
I'd have to say FlexPay.
It allows me to get the things I want now
and make monthly payments
without any interest or fees.
I got a new mattress for the guest bedroom, a fabulous cookware set for my sister's wedding,
and a little something just for me.
FlexPay gives me the flexibility to buy what I need now
without the stress of having to pay for it all at once, and no interest. Beat that layaway.
It's the 5th anniversary, Chef Ming Tsai. Okay, 3 world launches really, because today's special was a buy one, gift one.
I've never done more than 1 world launch
know, right?
in a day.
And this, I have been waiting for you to do this. That is no joke. Another world launch, first time only. Honestly, we love to fry. You want to take the extra calories and fat and the hassle and the smell and the expense out. You want this. By the way, Chef, we're also Facebooking Live. Tracy is thrilled about the chocolate with the today's special.
Nice.
Carmen loves Ming. Carla's the thumbs up. Tracy, Susan, we see you all there. We're Facebooking.
Thank you.
Doggone it, I need this thing.
So, you've seen the air fryer that we did version 1, and it was great. It was a nice, tight, small unit.
It was.
And honestly, if you're a family of 4 or 6, it's not quite big enough.
Right,
so what do we do? We did 2 things. We made it much more technologically advanced, and we'll talk about the screen in a second. But can I just show you what this thing can do?
Ready?
This is a whole. This is a whole fried chicken. right?
Oh,
I mean, a whole fried chicken. Every piece,
gracious.
right? And what we're gonna do, let's get this out of here.
For heaven's sake.
But look at all this delicious fried chicken.
Oh, chef, look
right?
at that. Hey, I know viewers...
Never been fried.
Okay,
only
viewers are gonna wanna know, did you put like a little panko on that, or what is that?
We did a little spiced breadcrumb on it.
Okay, so can I still like dip it in like a buttermilk or whatever? And then put
absolutely.
Oh, really?
100%.
Oh, fun.
But you can smell it too, right? You can smell the paprika and the garlic.
Oh, yum.
But that's legit fried chicken.
Wow.
Right? We're not sacrificing flavor or crunch or texture or anything.
Oh, that's
We're just only doing it with less fat.
You are. Hey, Matt, you know what? I'm going to walk over here real quick, and then I know we've got some features, et cetera, but there were a couple of things I wanted to show everybody for a couple of different reasons. Obviously, if you're like me, the first thing you say is, oh, I love Ming. I love the capacity, right? Because one of the things, so generally speaking, we might not be as happy with our air fryers is you got to keep doing batch after batch after batch. So number one, he thinks of that. Number two, oh, it's easier this way. Many of the air fryers have kind of like a mesh grate system that Chef Tracy and I were talking about this behind the scenes. That's really a nightmare to clean. So leave it to Chef Ming. Remember, this is PFOA and PTFE free. So you're obviously when you fry, even without oil, it's at a high temperature. So the last thing you want is a material that would break down and release maybe stuff that we don't want in our food. This is PFOA and PTFE free. And then Chef is going to show you the precise temperature control. Ask about his book. By the way, I love that air frying book. I really do. It's so much fun. So many great ideas. All right, what are you doing for us next?
All right, so when you had the time to do fried chicken, and by the way, Trace, how long did it take start to finish?
Start to finish, 30 minutes.
30 minutes, right?
30 minutes.
So, but sometimes you come home and all you have is frozen.
Yes.
Right? So from the frozen state.
Okay.
Whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And keep it, that's rock solid frozen. And by the way, so I'm gonna show you, can we do this screen here, guys?
Yep.
So you turn it on.
Okay.
And then you can go through, there's French fries, there's meat, there's shrimp, there's chicken, but I'm gonna do the French fries. Okay. So there's bacon, right? This is the preheat. So we're gonna go all the way around. So I'm gonna do French fries and then you just.
Ooh, that's handy.
You don't do a thing. It's automatically set for 22 minutes at 400 degrees.
No kidding.
So for French fries, for the jalapeno poppers, for chicken tenders, it thinks for you.
I like that.
We program it so you don't have to think.
You know what's so funny? The air fryer that I have at home right now has a dial, okay? With little number, like 10, 15 minutes. I don't trust it, so I still set the timer on my microwave because it doesn't look precise to me. Apparently I have control issues, but that's a whole other, I know everyone finds that shocking. Oh,
look at this.
Corn in here.
Roasted corn. It's like we had a grill.
What a good idea.
Which I just love, absolutely.
That roasted corn that you spend $5 a year for, it is so amazing.
And again, frozen curly fries.
Oh, fabulous.
Let's put that right in here.
But, you know, beyond the fact that the food tastes amazing, okay, beyond the fact that you are saving thousands of calories, I think my favorite part might be that it's easy. It's the easy,
it's so easy,
it's the
right?
easy gourmet.
Wait, go
no,
back
I'm
to
serious.
French
And
fries,
sure you can do fun things like poppers and mozzarella sticks and stuff like that. But doggone it, you can do stuffed chicken breasts.
Oh,
you can do
so
really
much
thick
stuff.
applewood bacon pork chops now. Some of the smaller air fryers, the element is too close to the pan, where if you've got a really thick bone-in pork chop, oh honey, you're not getting that unless you're getting a fire. I'm serious, because I've tried it.
There we go. So
this is a trend. I'm lighting a lot of things on fire.
By the way, here's a great way to make corn taste better. Roasted corn, a little bit of chili spice, a little crema and some cilantro.
Oh, that is beautiful.
I mean, there's corn on the cob and there's corn like that.
Okay, see, do you see what I mean? You can elevate your whole experience. It's more than just frying. Hey, again, take a moment and stop by and say hi to us. We would love to meet and greet you. Yes, we're Facebooking Live. There's the black. Oh, what do you got there?
Steaks.
Oh, sure. Yes, of course. Duh.
Very beautiful large steaks, right? Let's get there and here.
Yeah.
And I want to show you this too, because this is important. Because there's this fat, right?
Yeah.
Can I pour this into a bowl here, guys?
Okay.
Let me just show. Here, I'll pour into this real quick. This is all the fat that you're not actually eating, right? And that's good because
that is good.
You don't need to eat all that fat.
No.
Right?
But you're still getting all the flavor.
You're getting all the flavor.
All of the flavor. You know, case in point, the air fryer that I have at home, and I do love air frying, I can only do one steak at a time. I just can't. I mean, and yeah, it's just me, but I gotta be honest, I like to have leftovers. If I'm cooking, I want to do more than one thing.
100%.
I just do.
And here's 4 lobsters, which actually will be perfect with this steak. The steak's got to rest. Right. So now these lobsters, this you can set it for the shrimp, because shrimp lobster cooks in the same, right? And that's 8 minutes. It sets it to the right temp, 320.
Oh, no, that's great.
Now the lobster, once these steaks rest, you have surf and turf. See, surf and turf in one.
It's so smart, and that's what, because I will say this about you, you won't do something until the technology has caught up to what your brain wants.
So here we go. So again, we're talking about creating a tornado effect, right? Just like the skiing when it's too cold in the wind, it's colder. Here it's hot, it's air passing through these great coils. It goes around the food, and because a tornado effect is created, it actually cooks just as well from below as it does from above. And that's the design of the airflow.
It is. Carla, again, thumbs up. Connie loves Chef Ming, and she has all your products. She says they're great. She wants to know, can you do a whole duck?
If it's a duck that you take the head off and the feet off, yes, you actually could.
Because Tracy and I were talking behind the set. We thought 2 Cornish game hens for sure. So if you kind of use that as a ballpark in your brain for size, you know.
And a small chicken, not a whole broiler, right? It's maybe a little too tall, but definitely a chicken for 4 people, not a problem.
Again, being from the farm, it's actually duck hunting season. My nephew got a duck, and you know,
I love duck.
They don't grow them big except for the girls. I'm talking about myself in Minnesota. The ducks are not that, you know, seriously, it's funny because, and of course, you know, that's all in good fun, girls, please, you know, it's all in good fun. Remember, I haven't slept for a few days, so I'm a little off the cuff at times. It's not on purpose this time.
So look at these. Here's some beautiful double stuffed potatoes that, of course, we're going to serve with steak and lobster because we can.
Can I ask you a question, though? Because normally, oh, God, I haven't done a double baked potato in my oven for so long because it takes so long. First of all, it heats up the whole house for a little old potato.
Right.
How long did that take? Do you know?
So that was what?
Those were, to do the potatoes first, we do 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
And then you scoop it out, and then you put them back in for 5 more.
Right.
So like 20 minutes.
Right. And the skin on the potato, amazing.
So crispy.
Amazing.
Wow. I'll cut that for you, but I'm going to throw some Brussels sprouts.
Yum.
Just lightly seasoned salt and pepper, right? Again, this same easy click, clicks in, straight in. And then this will go all the way around to, actually, I'm going to show you this. You can actually do manual, right? So I'm going to go 19 minutes at 390. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do too.
So you had the pre-program, but for those that once getting into cooking with it, you start understanding the timing of it. We have it so that you can actually set the temperature and set the time yourself.
I gotta tell you, it's nice to have options because, again, with the air appliance stories, my refrigerator won't let me change the temperature. I don't want my refrigerator to boss me around. I don't care how much I like my air fryer. I don't want it to boss me around. And
it won't boss you around, I promise.
It will not boss you. It won't sass you.
It will suggest what you should do. But it won't boss you around.
And then you can choose to yes or no. See? I told you, Matt, I was going to weave those stories in all night. I did. Oh, come on. Would you look at that?
Look at these chocolate souffles. I mean, these are some large. I need a
now how long for a souffle?
I need some bigger. There we go, spatula. Thank you.
Trace, how long for a souffle?
Those were 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Oh, sorry.
4 minute souffles,
4 minutes.
right?
And they actually over-rose, so the one actually did hit that element just
it actually
a little
hit
bit.
the burner, right? So, but it's unbelievable how quickly you can do souffles. And then, of course, one of my favorite things in the world to do, of course, is s'mores.
Oh,
right?
How do you do? Okay,
so we've got cracker, chocolate, marshmallow.
Okay.
But we used to only be able to do 2 at a time.
Oh, that's right.
So now we can do 5. You probably could squeeze in 6.
Oh, for
you can probably squeeze in 6. I'll just do 4 so I can get my spatula in here. But this is a 3-minute thing done. So no lighting campfires, not.
I tell you,
we'll do 5.
It's so much fun. I think the harder question to answer is what can't you do in this?
Right.
And I gotta be honest, it's probably gonna be one of, if not your most used appliance in your kitchen, just because now it does have the size and the capacity that, let's be honest, we've been lacking in the past.
Right.
We just have. I mean, no matter how much you love your air fryer, if you can't fit enough stuff in it, you know, it's frustrating.
This now can definitely feed a family 4 to 6.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Before it was 2 to 4.
Yes.
But especially if you're like my family, we cook for 6.
Right.
I've never in my life cooked for 4.
No,
It just doesn't happen.
All right,
it's
so
impossible.
you can set it and forget it, or you can boss it around if you want to.
Look at that.
Oh, be still my heart.
Look at that.
Holy cow. Tracy, you weren't kidding. I was asking Tracy about capacity before the show. She's like, oh, wait till you see this cut of meat.
Look at this
I
beef.
think it's about 5 pounds,
That
and we
is a
stuffed
beef
it.
roulade.
Wow.
Right? I mean, look at that.
Oh,
I mean, that is a large piece of meat.
Oh,
right?
my goodness.
And we're just going to let it rest for just 2 seconds. Are we putting hot dogs in here, Tracy?
No, we're not putting anything in that
we're
one.
not.
We can just go to the next one.
Then I'm just going to slice this up.
But you know what, Chef, is you do that. One of the things that I love, and you can speak to the why, that crust is really, that's kind of the denominating factor to the real taste, right?
100%. So we'll take the end off here.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. Oh, my God. That is beautiful,
man.
Trace. Look at that.
I got to tell you, depending on your oven, my oven does not heat real evenly, which I'm not real excited about, again, with the appliances. But it's hard to get that in your oven a lot of times. Even if you're babysitting it and turning the pan and basting it, you know, watching it.
Look how beautiful that is.
Okay, now how long?
That took probably about 40 minutes.
I was just going to guess like 35, 40, you know?
But that no one would ever, up until today, think you could do that out of an air fryer. Right?
I know.
I mean, that's legit cooking right there.
I know. And moms and dads across America, here's my favorite part. You didn't babysit it.
No.
I mean, you put it in there.
You put it in.
And you turned it on.
It's a perfect medium.
Yeah.
Great crust.
It is.
And it didn't heat up anything.
Here's what Mom made for dinner tonight. And guess what? While this was cooking, she wasn't watching it. She wasn't turning the pan. She was doing her hair, helping the kids with with their homework. I mean, imagine the time that it puts back in your life. I mean, even if it's just watching, you know, doing some binge watching of your favorite shows. You know, life is too short to have to babysit something. And quite frankly, Chef, that's one of the reasons a lot of people don't fry. Because boy, if there's a technique in the kitchen that you better not take your eyes off of, oh honey, it's frying. Because I mean, I gotta try one of those hot dogs. You know I do.
Oh, these are so good. They got a crispiness on them. But you can see this air fryer is so large. We can do 5 hot dogs and mac and cheese.
Oh, for sure. Hey, Chef, you know it's Oktoberfest. Can I do brats in there?
Yeah, 100%. Linguiça, brats.
I'm doing
anything.
in here. I'm so excited. Okay, doesn't take much these days, obviously. All right, red or black, your choice. Remember, Chef is, of course, innovative and efficient by design. You now get not only the capacity, but the controls, the precise measurements. You can choose different or particular settings, but then you can also adjust that depending on how, you know, if you want to do something specific. Remember, this is his breakthrough nonstick that is PFOA and PTFE free. It's that beautiful ceramic. So what's the point? You have to remember, of course, the point of frying is very high temperatures. So if you've got a material that maybe is sensitive to high temperatures, those might be things you don't want in your food. So it really makes sense, especially with an air fryer, to use what Chef Ming has to offer. Then, of course, ask about his cookbook. And Matt, are we selling these individually or as a set? I really have to recommend the additional inserts, because not only are they super cute, look at that little pan. You could do like a little baby cobbler. You could do like a little pie. I mean, all these little, you know, mini quiche if you wanted. They're so sweet. I think they're just adorable. And then you also, oh, perfect. I'll double check on the graphic. And then you also, I think they're sold as a set. I think. I'll look at my sheets, sorry. Okay. And I'm not wearing my Joy Mangano readers, but little mini loaf pan in this great little, almost like a little mini stock pot. You have to see what Chef is doing though. Oh, what do you have? Oh, that's the steak with the
steak and the lobsters. Those took about, 8 minutes? right? If that. But look at those.
Oh, look at that
Perfectly
lobster.
cooked lobster. I mean, hello, you come to my restaurant or any restaurant in this country, and you get steak and lobster and potatoes like that, you're spending $50 a head.
Absolutely. Okay,
right?
now, Matt, can you see for me? I think it's Amy who's saying hi to everybody. Next, I have to, when we do Facebook Live, I'm going to have to bring the readers out here. Amy, I think it says Amy. Either that or grow longer arms. But Amy, thank you for saying hi. We're Facebooking Live for just another couple minutes because we've got another hour. Okay, what is another big wow?
So these are the s'mores we put in earlier, right?
All right, I got to try this potato.
Look at those.
Yum.
Look at those s'mores, right? I mean, come on. Look how good these look.
Yum, yum, yum.
Right?
Okay.
And that was without any...
Oh, those even look pretty. You know, that
right?
browning?
I mean,
Perfect.
look at this, guys. Hello.
Wow. That lobster
is a
smells good.
s'more.
Now that's a s'more.
We're gonna put it next to the souffle.
Bravo, Chef, bravo. All right, we see you there, $23.99, 625, or 625-1, see, I told you readers, 137. And then also coming up, oh, you did not. Did you really? Okay, so wait a minute, that looks like a whole prep center.
It is a coolest double prepper.
Okay.
Just watch this, it does so much. See? Makes a shake, upside down. Then you use the unit, and then it goes on top of the mini food processor. It is an awesome little unit that sometimes you want to just puree a quick little smoothie and shake, and other times you want to do more than that. It's a great design, incredibly efficient by design, and it really works. That's what we love about this.
I know you're an award-winning chef and all. You make a mean hot dog.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate that.
That's a good hot dog.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear.
All right, well, keep those calls coming. It's so great to have you here at HSN.